Hey guys, and how's it going? I'm Merc, and welcome to yet another new segment for this channel, which I called, What is this game? Obviously the name can and probably will change, but I was so fired up to make a review that I didn't have the time to think of a good one. If you want, you can leave a comment with your suggestions. It's not easy to come up with names, okay? So today we are looking at a game called Flesh Eaters. It is a small Flash-like indie zombie survival RTS made by a small and not so well known company called 16-Bit Nights. The game was published by Back to Basic Gamings, who have a few relatively similar and small indie titles under their belt. The game popped up on Steam 2 months ago seemingly out of nowhere and currently is in a very early alpha. But those who remember the good old 16-bit Flash game days will surely get a nostalgia kick in the butt from playing it. Currently on Steam, the game costs €1.99, which is roughly $2.23 for all the American friends currently watching. You're welcome. So is this game worth $2, and does it live up to the expectations of the good old Flash game era? Let's find out. As you first jump into the game, you are greeted with some pretty nice artwork and a soundtrack that gets old really fast. And if you hang around in the menu for too long, you might go insane. Thankfully, there is an option menu which allows you to disable or at least lower the volume, even though the sound slider is a bit glitchy. Currently, the game's story mode is still in the making. However, to apologize for that, the developers provide you with a sandbox mode with 3 game types: survival, objective, and test lab. Survival mode is pretty straightforward. You find yourself in a strange building with your team of 6 units. In total, there are 3 types of units. A soldier, which is your run-of-the-mill muscle pack that carries big weapons and a bigger ego and shouts about random Rambo quotes. Well, he actually doesn't, but you get the point. A medic who heals injured, poisoned, or infected units and themselves, and lastly an engineer class who can build barricades, lay mines, or construct turrets. You can have up to 4 soldier, 2 medic, and 2 engineer units in your team at a time. Next, we have the objective mode, in which you spawn in a slightly larger building and your objective is to fix the broken car and get the hell out of there, all the while you're being attacked by waves and waves of zombies. The game also has to offer a test lab mode, which allows you to experiment with your units and enemies to come up with all sorts of tactics to be applied in the previous 2 game modes. So how does this game work, you might ask? Well, it's all quite simple. The game is centered around the concept of resource gathering. There are 6 types of resources: rifle ammo, shotgun ammo, bazooka ammo used by soldiers, anti-bio used by medics, metal used by all 3 classes, and wood and nails used by primarily the engineer. The game has an implemented crafting system which revolves around these resources. Each class can make their own stuff. Soldier class can craft shotguns, automatic weapons, and armor to protect themselves. Medics can conjure up antidotes and medkits. And finally, engineers are able to construct melee weapons, special gadgets, and construction kits which allow them to plant mines or turrets and place damage buffing kits. While gathering all these resources, your units gain experience and will eventually level up. Each character has 6 attributes you can level: health, speed, hand combat, barricading, and resistance. However, it's rather bizarre that a medical unit can level its hand combat attribute, even though hand or even melee combat is rather useless in this game, since zombies deal quite a lot of damage and fighting them with melee weapons is less than recommended. The developers went way hard on the realism in this game. If a zombie hits you, you have a chance to either start bleeding, get poisoned, or get infected, which will render your unit useless. Which is especially annoying because with no way to replenish or increase the number of your units, a loss of 1 will always pretty much lead to you losing the game. Now, let's talk about zombies. As far as I saw, there are 4 zombie types. The normal zombie, who will have a moderate amount of health and an average speed. The fast zombie, who will dart at you at a supersonic speed but will have a very low health. The armored zombie, which as far as I can tell is the normal zombie with armor. And the fat zombie, which is incredibly slow but has tons of health. My soldier unit, equipped with the best automatic weapon the game has to offer, took more than a minute to take this fat ass down. So if you see this type of zombie in your game, you best pray you're prepared. As I mentioned before, the game is still in a very early alpha and has some bugs. Here are a few examples. In the main menu, if you click the achievements option, the game will crash to your desktop. If you disable the music in-game, it will be gone until you restart the game, even if it is enabled in the settings. There is no options menu when you pause the game. Units that are gathering resources will completely ignore zombies even if they are being attacked. Unbalanced unit leveling and overpowered zombies and more. However, the developers are rolling out updates faster than your mama can take off her panties, adding new content and fixing the bugs, and I even heard rumors of a multiplayer function. So is this game worth picking up? If you have never played zombie flash games before, don't even bother. This game will only confuse and frustrate you. However, if you want to remember the good old days and you like a bit of a challenge, I really think you will enjoy this game. So my final verdict is, if you are a hardcore fan of a 16-bit flash game era, definitely get this game. It has a lot of potential to become one of the best of its genre if only given time and if only the development team won't give up on it halfway through. Personally, I myself, being a hardcore fan of old school flash games, quite enjoyed this game, even though it was quite hard to pick up at first. But as always, if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button, like, and also leave a comment with your opinion about this game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.